Hey everybody, Beyond Drew TV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a little mini series here where I'm going to be building a kind of like desert town within the Star Wars universe. I'm titling this Tatooine because that's kind of like what I think of when I think of Star Wars desert places, but it's not like necessarily Tatooine. I don't know, it kind of is, it kind of isn't. But regardless, yeah, we're doing a little Star Wars build here that was inspired from the Africa Pack. Yeah, all the brand new Africa pieces Africa Pack pieces that we got really inspired me to do some sort of desert build. And as we were kind of playing with the pack, you know, a week early and everything, kind of messing with the pieces, my immediate first thoughts were going to be to build like an Egyptian theme or like a, you know, Moroccan or just some sort of, you know, what the pack kind of calls for, do that North Africa theme there. But I don't know, as I was going through it, they were turning out pretty cool with those kind of builds, but there was something about it where I was like, it's okay, it's just not quite what I was wanting to do. So I started to look up, what did I Google? I think I Googled Desert City, and I started to find ArtStation concept art from Star Wars Battlefront 2. And within there, I think they have, Mos Eisley from Star Wars. And yeah, it's a big old desert type city. And it looked awesome. It looked really, really cool. It was right in line with what I was trying to go for. So yeah, kind of pulled that up and started to go down the rabbit hole on Pinterest and a bunch of other sites to kind of find more concept art and then just kind of images of Mos Eisley and Tatooine and other things like that within the Star Wars universe. And yeah, here we go. Now we have a full-on Star Wars build. And even from that, this wasn't really supposed to be a full build like we're doing, and that's what it has turned into. To start off here, just before I keep rambling, to start off, I'm building a little entrance gate here, a little entrance walkway. So yeah, that is what we're looking at here. So yeah, that's what we're going through. But yeah, just as I was kind of going through, the plan wasn't to build an entire mini series or a whole map or anything like that. I was just going to kind of do a little habitat and kind of call it done, you know, not do a whole on thing. But yeah, as we kind of got building, I was just kind of noticing that I was really digging this kind of style to build with all the mud huts. And yeah, it was kind of a cool combination of like I don't even know what like the proper wording for it, but like a very primitive type build again with like the mud and the plaster and stuff like that, but then also trying to incorporate some sci-fi type stuff, you know, because obviously Star Wars, I'm sure everyone's seen Star Wars here, but but yeah, trying to get that kind of sci-fi type feel within all the mud and these plaster and all that. And you know, we don't really have a full-on like sci-fi theme within Planet Zoo, but we do have a lot of pieces that kind of warrant themselves to be either recolored or just kind of reused in a sense that they kind of look sci-fi or, you know, space type thing or whatever. So but yeah, no, this is a really fun build, and again, it was just going to be a one-off habitat for like I think the meerkat or fennec fox was the original plan there. But as I was kind of going through it, just kind of kept getting bigger and bigger, and the concept art that I found for Mos Eisley is it's awesome. It's really cool. Hopefully, I remember to kind of insert some here so you can kind of see what I'm going off of. But yeah, a lot of fun there. So yeah, as we go forward here, big shout out to Nicholas Lionrider and Leaf Productions. Yeah, I was kind of mentioning to them that I was going to be starting a Star Wars build, and they went ahead and were like, "Hey, we have some really cool ideas that we want to build for for this project." So yeah, they have been kind of providing me with some one-off little characters that will be kind of showing up every once in a while. And I think the first one, I don't know if we see it here, we might see it in the cinematic, or it might even be the next episode. I can't really remember how the episodes are laid out at the moment. But yeah, big shout out to Lion Rider first, because we see Jar Jar Binks. Actually, I don't know how many people want to see Jar Jar Binks, but yeah, Jar Jar Binks definitely makes their way into one of the episodes here. And yeah, big shout out to, again, Lion Rider for taking the time to build that, because yeah, he built it out of like the, you know, the gutter pieces and like fonts and just, you know, how those crazy people do with the really tiny objects in Planet Zoo. So yeah, I'll definitely show that off later. And Leaf made us like a Death Star and stuff, and yeah, we get like banthas, and there's some raiders and a whole bunch of stuff. Those guys are they were kind of trying to find a project to do anyways. And I was like, hey, if you want to help out, I could definitely use some you know, little detail type builds while I focus on the layout of this town and doing all the big structures and everything. So yeah, big shout out to those guys for helping out there and everything. So yeah, it's turning out pretty fun. So yeah, speaking of how things are turning out, I really like how this this entrance area kind of turns out. I really had to kind of harken back to, if you all remember watching Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve, the little side project that Dan Wolf and myself sometimes will get into with the swamp and kind of the fantasy type build. But yeah, really harness the Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve side of building here with all of the different kind of, it's it's pretty well off in Fantasyland kind of build. So yeah, it was really fun just kind of getting into all the nitty gritty details and putting all these different pots around, all these African pots, and again, like I was saying, just really combining. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate dinner, so I'm recording right after dinner. But yeah, really combining a whole bunch of different packs together to make this one big build kind of work out. So as we're going forward, something that you'll see a lot more throughout the build are the red and white colors. I was noticing in a lot of the concept art that I was looking at that, oh yeah, that's kind of like ruby red or kind of off red or whatever you want to say, and white design was used a lot throughout the town. So I kind of put that with the city colors or something like that. Maybe this city is part of a certain faction or whatever, whatever kind of lore you want to make up, I'm down for it. But yeah, so you'll be seeing the red and white kind of sprinkled throughout the town there. And then I'm also thinking of doing like some sort of like rival colors as well. As of right now, as of recording this, what you're seeing is the very beginning, and I'm probably about, I'd say 50% done with the build in total. But yeah, I'm trying to do some world building with it, and I'm trying to think of doing some different colors for like a different like rival gang or something like that that is also within this town. So I don't know, I have some different ideas like that. Also to address like building lore and stuff like that, because I do know some of you are really into Star Wars. I love me some Star Wars, but I'm not like super into the canon and like lore and like all that stuff. So within this, there will be like AT-ATs that are like destroyed in the side of cliff faces, and there'll be other little bits of Star Wars canon and lore that might not make sense. I don't really know if it makes sense within the timeline, and I wasn't really thinking like that when I was building this. So just to, I guess, stave off some of those comments, asking like, oh, where does this take place within the canon of the Star Wars universe? It takes place yes, whenever you feel like it, I'm down for that. If we're going through and, you kind of, those of you who are really into the Star Wars canon and into world building and stuff, we can kind of come up with something that makes sense of when this would all take place. But, other than that, like I said, it's not really like a Star Wars canon, like build type thing. It's more so just kind of, I wanted to do a Star Wars build. It's nothing like super serious with like lore building or anything like that. So just kind of think of it like that. So, oh, here's something that's really, really fun to do, and I can't wait for y'all to, because yeah, as of recording this, this will be my first video going up for the Africa pack. So yeah, I really can't wait for y'all to take advantage and play with the stained glass. There it is, the stained glass window sets. So useful, especially with these open air window pieces that we're getting, or wall sets that we're getting with the plaster set. It's as you can see here, putting a bunch of stuff in between there, but yeah, especially the stained glass, it's so cool because you can kind of see through it just a little bit, and it's flexi color, so yeah, it looks perfect put behind there and stuff. So, and that's another thing that's been really fun with this pack, is using these plaster window sets that are, they're very typical kind of Middle Eastern kind of vibe to them, but you can kind of cover them up with different walls and stuff and kind of make them not as Middle Eastern. And then yeah, put the since they're open air, you can kind of interlace them with different wood patterns and different stained glass and just a whole bunch of other stuff. You get a lot of different patterns come up from this. So yeah, no, just this pack overall, I'm gonna have a video come out, I'm pretty sure either today or tomorrow, that's gonna be talking about my official thoughts on the pack, but I'll kind of rattle a few bullet points off here. Overall, this pack, if you haven't picked it up and you're thinking about picking up or you're not sure, definitely pick up the Africa pack. It's reinvigorated me and a whole bunch of other creators I know to get back into Planet Zoo as a whole. There was a big gap of time there in between Southeast Asia DLC, the Sea Pack, Animal Pack, and now where there was probably about a month where myself, Dan, and a few others were just taking a break from the game because we just weren't really inspired to play, because there was nothing really to fall back on C pack, you know, to kind of build off of, except for the animals. So this is a really big injection for creative builders, and I think for the animal lovers too. But yeah, I think this is a really great pack for creativity people to really get their sink their teeth into, because the big thing with it is it says that there's 180 pieces coming with this pack, and they mean it. There's really like 180 unique pieces that are coming with this pack, and I'm trying to show a whole bunch of them off as we're kind of going through the builds here. But yeah, hopefully you kind of get an idea of what to expect with it. But yeah, no, it just feels like, excuse me, kind of feels like Aquatic Pack 2.0 in a sense, where Aquatic Pack had some really useful build items in it. The animals that came with were really handy, as far as, like, you know, there's aquatic animals, something new. In this pack we get meerkats that can dig, so that's something new. And again, on top of that, we get all these amazing brand new pieces that are super useful. So yeah, overall, this is my favorite pack that has come out so far for Planet Zoo to date, and I really hope they keep kind of going in this direction of you know, I don't really know what to how to fully explain it, but just full fleshed out building packs with pretty good animals, right? I know not everyone is fully happy with the animals. Some people are saying, you know, instead of the dung beetle, we should have gotten like some sort of snake or something. You know, some people are saying the meerkat is cool, but this, you know, there's always, you know, things that could be swapped in and out with the pack. But overall, for me, someone who's kind of a just casual zoo person who really likes to build, yeah, I definitely think they did a great job with all the animals and all the building pieces. So yeah, this pack definitely gets the stamp of approval from myself, and I know a few other people there. So, but hey, overall, I think I've rambled enough about the Tatooine build and some of the Africa pack stuff there. But so yeah, overall, like I said, we're going to be having a bunch more Tatooine come out. This will be a mini series that has a lot of episodes in it, because I just really am focused on a lot of details, and it's a really tight build because it's a city type build. So a lot of the episodes that are like, you know, these time lapses that are like 2 or 3 hours long when I'm recording them, and just get a little bit done because I'm focusing on like a whole bunch of details within the little sections that we do. So yeah, again, this will be a mini series, but it'll take a little bit of time. So we'll have a lot of fun with some Star Wars stuff there. But hey, overall, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all the fun Tatooine builds that we have going on. Also, a bunch of Africa Pack builds coming as well to the channel, so be sure to subscribe for that kind of stuff. Also, hit the like button. It does help out the channel, helps out the video as always. No, I'm so hiccupy after I ate dinner. I shouldn't record after I ate dinner. Note to self. But anyways, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Just a few more minutes of the time-lapse left, so do enjoy that. There'll also be some cinematics at the end, unless they were at the beginning. I think I'm going to put them at the end. I hope I do, or else I sound really dumb right now. But either way, yeah, enjoy the cinematics. And yeah, we'll have some more Tatooine Star Wars build coming out to you very soon. So yeah, until then, y'all have a good one.